Fire of the Guardians, champions of justice. And when you have Fire Fist or Punching Fist, that you have proved to kick some serious butt. Like these two, Natsu Dragneel, the fiery dragon slayer, and Knuckles the Echidna, guardian of the all-powerful Master Emerald. To make sure that this fight would be fair, for Natsu, I will not be adding Fire Dragon King or Lightning Dragon Fire mode. Only his base forms, like Fire Dragon. And for Knuckles, I will not be adding Super Knuckles or Hyper Knuckles. Just only his base form, just only. But I will be countering some special abilities. And so then, JM is completely distracted. I'm J Sonic, and it's my job to analyze their stats, weapons, and abilities to find out who will determine their legendary mission. Dragons. Oh my god, they're amazing. And usually one of my favorite creatures back in the past. From what, I don't even know how many years it's been since dragons or dinosaurs have been. I think they live in the same species. I don't know, post it down in the comments below if they think the same species. But still, Natsu Dragneel was just not an ordinary boy. His village was entirely destroyed, and so then everyone died by dragons. The end. Wait a minute, actually, no, that's not how it gone. Until then, Natsu was a little boy, and he was raised by a dragon fire king named Igneo. Until then, Igneo taught him Spanish, English, and reading and all that, and math. Well, only for fruits and vegetables. So then one day, Igneo was nearly gone, and never returned. And so then Natsu had to be a lone wolf. Until then, he was usually signed up to join the Fairy Tale Guild. When he was I don't know, probably 7 or 6. Until then, he became very close friends with Grateful Buster, an ice wizard, and even Urza Scarlet, like a sword slayer. I don't know. It's been a long time since I watched the anime. Until then, Natsu Dragneel did not hold on special reading today. Until then, Natsu was trained by Urza, and he would not sleep, eat, or drink until he had to master all these things. And so then Natsu was furious about this, and so he learned by Urza, and so then he became a master at reading. But that's not all. Until then, after Igneo actually taught him how to breathe fire and all that. And so then, Natsu became an art of a fire wizard. So then he learned some basic moves, like the Fire Dragon Iron Fist, where his fist usually caught on fire and then punches enemies away. Until then, Fire Dragon Roar. This move can actually burn enemies with not just regular fire, but 10 times stronger than fire. Until then, he has Fire Dragon Stormhorn, which he can charge up where he can charge up like a rhino and set his head caught on fire. Then he also has some other basic moves, which I forgot. Natsu is usually capable and strong too. He's strong enough to match Grateful Buster, an ice wizard capable of keeping up with Deliora. Natsu was able to defeat Deliora with one single punch, and it was usually magic, not energy. Until then, magic is used for fairy tale wizards like Natsu. Until then, Natsu is not that bright. You know, he's usually an idiotic, stupid pink head. I don't even know. He's not that bright. Until then he learns. The only thing that he is smart enough to understand is where he is in battle. And plus, he can even eat fire. Which is really that complicated. He freaking eats fire. But he can't eat his own fire. The reason why he can't eat his own fire is because it's his own magic. He needs fire from other places, like furnaces and campfires. Although that Natsu is pretty lazy, he is capable of being lazy and doesn't do anything on his own. He usually likes to hang out with Happy and all that, and usually doesn't do capable of friendship with Happy sometimes. Until then, Natsu was usually one of the best fairy tale wizards, and usually was the one to go upstairs. And I think he became an S-class wizard. It's been a really long time since I've seen the anime. Until then, Natsu was really a Dragneel. This is why he was named Natsu Dragneel. Yeah! Long ago, when the Echidna clan was usually off-tribe, they were usually demonetized by a monster named Chaos. And so that wiped the crap out of them. But unfortunately, a young Echidna girl survived and sealed chaos inside the power of a Master Emerald to become an island floating on the sky called Angel Island. Until then, one Echidna of the Knuckles tribe stood down to guard the Master Emerald by himself, and his name was Knuckles. How could a guy named Knuckles can be a part of a Knuckle tribe? If it's Knuckles, then why? You know, I don't even want to know. It's just complicated. Knuckles is, you know, is an Echidna. Although they do have to, where is my mind going on this? Knuckles is an unfierce of Echidna who wants to defeat enemies by his side. Until then, first, before he became a good guy about Sonic, he was usually like a partner to Eggman. Because Eggman usually tried him to destroy Sonic because he thought he was evil, Sonic usually corrected him, but then Knuckles didn't listen. So he just kept on punching and punching and punching and punching until he would find, until he would annihilate Sonic. But he can't. He's usually faster than Sonic. I mean, how can a guy with Sonic how can a guy with Eggman can't keep up with Sonic? You know, Eggman was capable of destroying Sonic with a giant mech. Sorry, family business there. Well, not till. Knuckles is pretty quick, capable of going up 100 miles per hour, fast enough to dodge bullets. He's even strong enough to lift and toss a giant robot about like 100 times his size. And plus, Knuckles is usually pretty strong too. He can grab a giant rock and can stun enemies. He's usually fast. He's not usually fast enough to keep up with Tails or Sonic anyways. But so that Knuckles is pretty strong. He can grab a rock from underground and can usually dig underneath like Doomsday. And plus, he's usually not my favorite animal. But he's where am I even going with this? Well, I forgot my training. So, don't even try to mock me. Plus, even though that Knuckles is tough, he does have some weaknesses. He is not that bright. He usually forgets things, and he usually gets easily distracted. He is sometimes a great leader, though. He's just not that bright. Not a great leader. He is usually a commissioner. He's usually strong enough to handle Sonic, strong enough to handle Eggman, and was usually strong enough to handle Vector, a rapping crocodile. And plus, he even breathed through space, and usually punched the system of a robot moon. Okay, let's back up this. Knuckles destroyed a cybernetic moon in half, which then Eggman usually destroyed the moon in half and usually turned it into a giant robot moon. Knuckles then destroyed the system and then turned it back to a normal moon, until then it cracked in half. Knuckles is not that strong. He's not strong enough to keep up with Rouge. Rouge is a thief. I mean, he can't keep up with a thief. Although this thief has usually a variety of powers. She's even 10 times stronger than Knuckles, 10 times faster than Knuckles, and is usually capable of going at 110 miles per hour. Rouge is pretty insanely fast. Until then, she was fast enough to keep up with Knuckles. She is usually far more stronger, too. But still, Knuckles is one deadly warrior you do not want to mess with. Yeah! Knuckles. Alright, if you think that this battle is going to be insane or, like, insanely weird, then this battle is going to be animated. This battle is animated by me, again. But don't worry, it's not a Stickman page. It's just like Spyro vs. Crash in the last episode. It was made by Mappack TV. But anyways, get your votes in, people, because it's time to see who will determine their legendary mission.
Fight!
Well, it was really obvious though about who win. Anyway, let's explain why Natsu wins. It's not that I love. It's not that I hate Knuckles. I do like Knuckles. It's just that he's not really capable enough to keep up with fire like Natsu's. It's just that Natsu is usually not that capable of being intelligent like Knuckles. Until then, Natsu is pretty much far more stronger. He usually fought Gaijio, an Iron Dragon Slayer, and was usually strong enough to defeat him. He even almost defeat the Phantom Lord, and even one of the strongest ones on the Element 4, and even defeated Jalal with Ursa Scarlet. Jalal was one of the friends of Ursa Scarlet until then he betrayed him by Zeref. He usually attacks Zera with Jalal. No wonder I let a fairy tale character defeat one of my favorite creators of Sonic. Well, anyways, I did not have a pun for this, but still. Knuckles may be a strong Echidna, but he was nothing compared to be a skilled fighter like Natsu, who was usually capable enough to keep up with Loxus, one of the strongest fairy tale wizards, like the second one. And one of the master's grandfather, and maybe then retired. But anyways, the winner is Natsu Dragneel.